My name is Steve Lance, and my official title is Operations Manager for Transplant House in Seattle. And I've been working with Transplant House for the past 6 years and have come to know the transplant organization because of Larry Wynn. And he's a man who in 2001 had to have a liver transplant. Some years later he kept saying, I've got to give back, I got to help out, and he couldn't figure out what to do. And then he met some people at a support group for liver transplants and found out that they had 2 apartments that they were renting out to people who were getting transplants. And they didn't want to stay in a hotel because they needed as much of a germ-free environment as possible. Because when you're a post-transplant, you really cannot be exposed to many people for about 90 days. And so he said, okay, Larry Wynn said, I will find something to replace the hotels and the apartments. And we ultimately decided on the Allegro here in Seattle as a good spot. And our main focus is with the University of Washington because they are a regional hospital in America, one of 7 that specializes in all the solid organ transplants.
I'm officially Director of Guest Services for Transplant House, and I've been with Transplant House for the last 4 years. I'm a kidney transplant recipient. I had kidney transplant 3 years ago, and since then, after recovery process, I wanted to be part of transplant community, and this was one of the perfect ways for me to be with by being part of Transplant House.
Actually, I work with Samir and I also work with Steve. I take care of tenant issues when they check in if they have a problem with their TV. Mostly my day is managing the building. We try to make this their home away from home. So when they come in, we want them to be as comfortable because it helps with the healing process as well. And I think when they do come, just to show them the hospitality that we show, take care of their needs when they need something, and basically just being there for them,
My name is Jeff Granville, and I'm here at the Transplant House because my youngest son, McCoy, received a kidney transplant December 20th, 2017. And we've been here since then in the Transplant House. A couple of the things that make it really comfortable for us here at the Transplant House is we have a private bedroom and private bath, and there's a actually very comfortable hide-a-bed sofa in the living room, and one of us can take a turn on that and get some privacy. And then the kitchens are completely outfitted and well equipped, and it gives us an opportunity to be together while I'm making meals in comparison to other places where they have community kitchens and community laundry.
3 years ago I developed the bronchiectasis, which is another lung disease, and April 18th I had my surgery. And everything has just been uphill since then. I couldn't be happier. I'm so thrilled. First time that my grandkids have ever be able to see me with no oxygen and not sick. And here, the Transplant House has been a saving grace for us because we live in Portland and we have to be here for 3 months. And this is a place that, like my husband said, we checked it out, and within 15 seconds we knew this is where we wanted to be.
Requirements are that for a transplant, you have to be within 2 hours of the hospital for the call. And we say the call because that means they have an organ for you. We require that a caregiver stay with the guest, so no one stays alone. And since about 80% of our apartments are 1 bedroom, the guest, the patient, normally is in the bedroom, and the caregiver's got to be somewhere, so they're in the living room on the fold-out couch. To have such a nice couch like this is fantastic. In fact, I was not aware that they didn't have bars in them until Mr. Schoenfeld said something about that, which I thought That's pretty cool.
What we have received from American Leather as a donation and as part of the community is going to be very helpful for the caregivers. Because at the end of the day, if they don't get a decent sleep, the patient will not get that care.
I mean, we have one lady who has an LVAD, which is a mechanical heart outside of her body that keeps her alive. And she has been here a year waiting for a transplant. Once you get involved, your heartstrings get dragged in with it, if you will, and you go, these people really do need support and help, and I want to give it.